All right, I wanted to post a little video of this hood spring insertion and removal tool. I got the idea for this on YouTube somewhere. I'll see if I can track down the video where I found that. This thing actually worked pretty well. I was surprised how well it worked. The only problem I ran into it was the rod here was not quite strong enough, so it was flexing a lot. I'll put a picture in here right now so you can see what that looked like when that thing was under tension. It worked, but it was just a little more flex than I would have liked. So what do we have here? So the idea is we have on one end this little tube here sitting on top of the rod, which is free floating, so see the rod's not turning or anything, so this thing can move. We have a nut welded on this end of the rod here, and a nut welded on this end of the rod. So this thing is trapped here, so it can't move anywhere, but it's free to spin this way. And then I got just little S-hook things like this and cut them to make a little J hook out of it, or a U hook, whatever. I just kind of, these are the smaller ones I didn't end up using, but cut it like that and you got a thing there. And welded that on there. And on this end, we have similar kind of thing, except here the nuts are welded to the tube instead. So now when you turn the rod, this whole thing is going to move up and down like a, what, worm gear, is that right? I don't know, anyway. So you can put an air ratchet or something on this nut here and spin this thing, and then this guy will just slide back and forth as you go. And like I said, it worked really well. When I put it together, this tube was a little too tight here. Let me go get that tube, hang on. So I got this stuff at Home Depot. So this is 1/2-inch tube by 1/16 wall. It fits nicely over this rod, whatever this was. I think it was a 3/8-inch rod. But it was just binding a little bit, and I just perfectly had the right drill bit that would fit inside there and just ream it out a little bit. And make some room. So they were all nice like this, and it would spin real easily. And I tried being careful when I welded it not to put too much heat into it and shrink the thing. And it worked well on this one. When I did this one, the tubing kind of shrunk up on me, so it's pretty hard to move this thing now. It does move, but it doesn't move easily. So it does work though. But so there you can see how that guy works. And then so that one just spins around. So anyway, this thing worked really well. So if you're needing to get hood springs on and off, this is a pretty cool trick. It didn't cost very much for all the parts. Like I said, if I was building it again, I would use a thicker rod. Like I said, I think this is 3/8-inch rod, so you probably want to use something thicker than that. But it did work. Anyway, that's how I got the hood hinges, got the springs back on. I tried using a screwdriver and stuff to get them on, and I just couldn't get them back on, so that guy did the trick. Anyway, take it easy.